The people close to the missing hiker are speaking out as her body was found this last weekend.
Plus, Ashland's severe weather shelter opens in 2 hours. NewsWatch 12's lead column is showing us what's next for the 2200 Ashland Street building.
And today we're waking up with fog and lower level clouds yet again. I'll have some more details on your morning commute coming up.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, December 3rd. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm David Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. Let's check back in with Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Crest this morning as we're continuing to deal with those foggy conditions.
We're continuing today, so definitely plan for some extra time if you're heading and driving through those valleys, especially as we're over into the Rogue Valley this morning and we're moving down towards Wairika, seeing some impacts to our visibility right now, about a quarter of a mile towards Medford, and as we're heading over towards Grants Pass. As we're heading into the Klamath Basin, also dealing with some areas of fog as well, even though we're not getting it on screen right now. But that's what will be the trend this morning. We'll be dealing with fog and clouds in our valleys yet again, but clouds will decrease as we're heading mid to late morning. So by the time we're into the afternoon, we can expect to see some warmer temperatures and some bright sky conditions. It'll be sunny by the time we're heading home from work. Some areas into our valleys, those clouds might be a little bit more stubborn. We've seen that over the past few days. So we could see temperatures be a little bit lower, but high of 48 as we're heading into Medford. Into Klamath Falls, about 45 degrees. And if you're looking to be a little bit warmer, head over towards the coast because we have a high about 59 today in Brookings. We'll have more details on what we can expect heading through the day and a closer look at later this week coming up in our next forecast.
On our top story, Ashland has opened its severe weather shelter, and Ashland is opening its temporary severe weather shelter today at the First Presbyterian Church. But as Calvin Hall gets ready to fill with people, the building at 2200 Ashland Street sits empty, even though the city bought it to use as a shelter. City Manager Sabrina Cotta told NewsWatch 12 this month the building isn't up to code, and it's past its 90-day grace period to use as a shelter. But with about 250 people getting emergency alerts for the shelter opening, Ashland is looking for a short-term solution.
Are they supposed to go to the bathroom? They're not allowed in places like supermarkets. They'll kick them out. They put locks on the doors.
The city's severe weather shelter opens on 3 conditions: temperatures below 32 degrees or above 95 degrees, a suitable space available, and a community partner to operate the shelter. City Council is preparing to vote on a long-term plan for the 2200 Ashland Street building.
The city of Ashland is seeking public comment starting tonight on a proposed amendment on an action plan to allocate funds to the 2200 Ashland Street building. That deadline for public comment ends on January 2nd of 2025. The husband of the missing hiker here in Oregon is facing charges after the body was found over the weekend. Authorities
have confirmed her death as a homicide, and the people close to the hiker are mourning her loss. McKenna Marks has the latest.
She's definitely going to be missed. She was a very, very special person.
What started as a search for a missing hiker in the Mount Hood National Forest quickly turned into something very different. The body of 61-year-old Susan Lane Fournier, also known as Phoenix, was found on Friday. Her cause of death was ruled a homicide. Lane Fournier's friends tell me they will remember her as a strong woman with a big personality who brought out the best in others.
She was uniquely herself, and she brought out the positive in other people, and she just was a light. And she shined her light on everybody and touched everybody that she met.
Lane Fournier's dogs were also missing, but the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office believes they have found the dogs, both of them also dead. Fox 12 learned that Lane Fournier had filed for divorce just weeks before she was killed. And just one day after her body was found, Susan's husband, Michael Fournier, was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. His first court appearance has been rescheduled to Tuesday.
I definitely want justice for Phoenix and for her dogs. They all mattered.
Take a look at your screens. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is still looking to speak with anyone who may have seen Michael Fournier in the days leading up to Susan's disappearance, or anyone with information on his whereabouts prior to his arrest on Saturday. In the meantime, Lane Fournier's friends and the local community are coming together to support each other in this time of need.
We're working so hard to support our sons in here and support our community because everyone on this mountain is grieving right now.
Oregon Parks and Recreation Department is asking for public feedback on some proposed updates to the park rules.
The goal of the changes is to clarify the rules and make them easier to understand. Parks and Rec is addressing vehicle, bike, and campground restrictions. One of these big changes will be to overnight camping limits. Right now, you can stay in a campground for 14 consecutive days within a 17-day period. The change would make it so you can camp for 14 consecutive days, but in a 30-day period. Most national parks have already adopted that camping rule.
And there's going to be a public hearing on January 15th at 5:30. You need to register if you want to share your thoughts, and you can also watch the hearing online.
The Oregon Department of Energy is rolling out a new grant program. $2 million will help train people in the energy workforce. The grant helps HVAC and home energy auditing programs, and it's also going to help energy efficient upgrades for homes. The Department of Energy wants to make it easier for you to improve energy efficiency and resiliency at home. The DOE is looking to give grants ranging from $150,000 to $400,000. Community groups, labor organizations, and community colleges are eligible for these grants. The DOE is accepting applications until January 17th, 2025.
Governor Kotek's new budget plan for 2025 through 2027 is focusing on housing, homelessness, and behavioral health. The budget includes over $700 million towards tackling homelessness. That funding would be for maintaining shelters, helping people transition from homelessness into housing, and preventing homelessness in the first place. More than $1.4 billion will help build affordable homes and support first-time homebuyers.
Cinemark crushed their all-time domestic box office records during the week of Thanksgiving. Moana 2, Wicked, Gladiator 2, and Red One were some of those top films for the Medford Movie Theater. There were record-breaking sales on food and drinks as well. This success marks their second-best November ever in 40 years. Cinemark's president and CEO, Sean Gamble, was thrilled about these results.